Those.
Okay.
Those. I got shouted at for talking too much. So yeah, I'm good when you are. Brilliant. Okay, so it's Felicity with Get Your Rock Out here with a lovely Kobra page from Kobra and the Lotus, of course. How are you doing today?
Good, good. How are you?
Brilliant. I'm good, thanks. It's dark now, which is sad. It's getting to the end of a weekend.
That's probably a good thing, though. It's been a long weekend for everyone.
Yeah. Very true. And you guys played before. What was it like?
It was awesome. Hard Rock Hell is always awesome. It's just a really cool community, you know, kind of unlike any other festival where they have everyone walking around together, the artists with the music enthusiasts, and it's really, really fun. Yeah.
So I guess it really gives you a chance to kind of connect with the fans that are here as well, because you can really chat to them properly and stuff. So
yeah, you can. That's what makes this festival different. Yeah.
Brilliant. And the last time we spoke to you was at Bloodstock this year, but it's been really quite a busy few months since then.
Yeah.
And so try and give us a brief rundown if you can, but where to start?
Well, when we finished Bloodstock, we headed back. I believe we were home for about a month and a half, and then we headed out to Europe. But before then, we actually got a new guitar player from Peru, so we trained him. He had 2 weeks. He did an amazing job. He had such a challenge to rise to, and he did it. And yeah, we went out on tour through Europe with Steel Panther. So we hit Germany a few times. We did Finland, and we played also in Belgium. It was awesome. It was such a great tour. And then we had 2 weeks off. A good 2 weeks well spent. I decided to dreadlock my whole head. So it was good. Yeah, then we headed out on the road with Buckcherry, and now we've been out with them for a couple weeks now throughout the UK. And as soon as we're done here, we have 4 more gigs. Bristol tomorrow, and then we head home for 1 day just in time to fly to Toronto to start an American tour with Sonata Arctica, and that will go right up until the day before Christmas.
So a nice Christmas break for you then.
Yeah, actually, you know, we will. We are going to take a couple months to write music. So January, February, we've blocked off strictly for that because we haven't been home, you know, to do this stuff, and it's important. We need to write some stuff. So it'll be great. I'm excited.
Wonderful. Yeah. And the tour with Buckcherry so far, I mean, all the reviews have just been exceptional so far. Have you been enjoying it?
Cool,
loads,
yeah.
I'm guessing.
Yeah. Oh, man. I can't complain. You know, it's always fun. It's very fun to play to new faces, too. It's always a new experience, new nerves. It's very exciting. It's been great.
Wonderful. And have you seen a fair few proportion of the audience coming down early to make sure they see you?
Yeah, actually, we have been very fortunate. We've played to a full house every single show. So, and it was the same with Steel Panther, which is really neat. You know, you never know because you're a support act how the crowd will behave, and that has been a really cool factor. It's just the effort. Yeah.
Wonderful. And lineup-wise, obviously, it's kind of been a baptism of fire for him. Really, bless him.
Yeah.
Really kind of in the deep end with these incredible tours. Have you been getting on okay as a band? Have you really gelled together through it all?
Oh man, I mean, all bands I think have some turmoil just because there's moods, there's energy levels differing all the time, and everyone has their different personal lives going on. But as like the bigger picture, this band gets along amazingly well. Like in a creepy way, I think we get along. We are so blessed to actually have each other's backs the way we do, because it's very hard to be in a band to be so tight-knit and really trust each other's intentions, and that you guys are all there for the right reasons and you're there for each other. Yeah, we are definitely all like that and all there for each other, so it's been amazing. And Charlie gels phenomenally. He clicked in right away. Actually, it's funny because we talk about him like, oh yeah, don't you remember when we played Hard Rock Hell last year and the year before? You weren't, you know, you were in Kobra the Lotus, but you didn't know it yet. But it just felt like he was here the whole time. He just really clicked into place, and now we have so much fun on stage together because the chemistry's there.
That is absolutely brilliant. And have the fans been supportive of him as well?
Yeah, the fans have been so supportive. Actually, they've been very excited because he is Peruvian, and no one makes it outside of Peru.
Yeah.
It is very tough to get visas and to actually tour or get yourself out there. And so he really reached a level with his guitar playing in Peru that was the top for him, and he couldn't get out of the country, and that's what he needed to do. And so we happened to find him, and it was like we both we needed him and he also needed us, and so it was just timing wise a very crazy thing.
And how did you actually meet him?
I found him on YouTube.
Seriously?
Yeah.
No way. Was it the national anthem that brought your attention to?
Not the national anthem, actually. I think it was first I got drawn in by the Game of Thrones theme, because I am such a nerd. I love that series.
Yeah.
So I saw that. Then I started tracking like all these themes he did, and I was like, who the hell is this guy? Then I see punk versus metal. Then I see him just laying down his solo stuff, and you know, I thought, oh man, he looks awesome. Like, he treats his fans so great in the public media. I looked at all that stuff and I thought, I think we found a unicorn. So we contacted him, and I thought, oh, it's going to be a long shot. He's not going to talk to us. But then it wasn't like that at all. He was actually just a kid like us that just wanted to play music, you know, and needed like to get some help getting out of his country. And so we were all like in the same place, really, and it just was really cool.
That's really good, and it's great to hear that it's all worked so well.
Yeah.
I mean, what would we do without the internet, though? Seriously.
Yeah. No, it's nuts. You know, it really is crazy how much it matters.
Terrifyingly so,
things.
actually.
Yeah, it's changed things for sure. Like, it's changed this industry. You know, record sales and stuff like that. But at the same time, there are things that are amazing that have come with it. Just adapting.
I mean, are you a fan of the whole technological era? Or do you kind of wish for a return to form? Which way do you swing, as it were?
I think that it's really cool to think about the idea of when people had vinyls and they had to go and they had to wait for the album and the physical copies. But that being said, I'm only 24. I was born into the generation that was technologically advanced, you know, so when this band started, we never knew what it was like to have to depend on the physical album sales. So we've only known how it has been, which is this modern way. And, so we're fine with it. It just means that we have to always be touring. We always have to be in front of people's faces. And it's a huge entertainment factor, you know, you can't just depend on that album sales, because there's crazy amounts of torrenting and all that shit. At the same time, though, when we see torrents now, we're just like, yeah, like, oh man, there's another 500 people that are listening to us somewhere, you know, that's how we think of it. And we're like, hey, great, we're going to see them at a show. Yes. And yeah.
And when it comes to kind of touring wise, what do you miss most about home when you're on the road?
I'm not going to even pretend to lie about this. I miss cooking and I miss working out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, wow. I'm like, I really, really like to train in the gym and like be very physically active, and I love running and stuff like that. And you know, seems like on the road, it just your health is the priority, and if you're tired or something, you have to be smart about it. Yeah. So that's what I miss the most.
But do you enjoy touring as an experience? Do you always kind of really look forward to being out there?
Yeah, I think all of us are addicted to it in the band, and it's not a lifestyle that's for everyone, you know. It really is like, I think it's like glorified camping. People don't know that, but that's what it is, you know. And so you have to really, really love what you're doing to be okay with moving around and maybe being dirty and like not having what you need or you want all the time. But we absolutely love it. Yeah. As soon as we're back, like, we'll be back 2 days and we're all going to be depressed and itching to be on the road. Yeah. Because it's like, great, we're home, this is awesome. Then 2 days later, it's like, oh man, what do we do with ourselves? Yeah.
And so you say you're going to take some time out for recording in kind of January, February kind of time. Yeah. That's really exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of when it comes to the songwriting now, of course, you've got Charlie as well. I mean, how different has it been lately thinking of what you're going to be doing then?
Well, it won't really change, because what we did in the past was whoever had song ideas, they bring them forward. I would write some songs all by myself. I co-write with a number of different guitar players as well. There's a lot of different writers in this band. So this last album, like, there were a lot of collaborations with people that weren't actually in the band, but I love to do that. If I hear a tone or someone's style that I really enjoy, I'll go out and I'll just say, hey, like, you know, we can't like, this can't be, we need to get this out there. Yeah, and use it. I think that it's limiting if you think that you always have to stick to who is in your band. Yeah. And it's just great as well to have Charlie, because it's just another writer, and you know, the more writing, the better.
Brilliant. And so, do you know where you're going with it yet? How similar is it to past stuff, or are you going off on a bit of a tangent with it?
With the writing?
Yeah. Well, with you know, the new album in general. I mean, what kind of stuff can we expect?
Well, I guess we're not going to go too far off from what you saw in the last album, which was kind of our take on traditional heavy metal. It is. We just like to say heavy metal. We bring in the influences from all the different genres that we enjoy, but there's this consistency with the way the vocals are, and that will always be just very traditional. But definitely, I think, you know, as like the fan base progresses and stuff, we would like to maybe be a little more progressive. We'll do, we'll see how it takes us, but it will always be traditional heavy metal somewhat. But it will always also evolve, hopefully.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And apart from that, what else can we expect from you for the next kind of 6 to 12 months? Where can we expect to be seeing you?
Well, we should be back here. We always end up coming back here. It's like a magnet, you know. We seem to show up in the UK about 3 times a year. So we'll be back here. We'll also be doing a European festival circuit, most likely. And yeah, so the next 6 months, you know, we have some time to write, and then we will be touring and touring and touring.
So loads and loads to look forward to then, really.
It never stops. I don't think you can stop, actually, if you're in this industry.
No,
it's like the kiss of death if you stop.
Especially when, you know, the newer bands on the scene, and when they're taking a year off to do this and that, you can't do that, because by the time you get back, there's your fan base.
People have forgotten. Yeah, it's actually scary, but yeah.
Well, brilliant. Thank you so much for chatting to us today. It has been a pleasure, as always. And we'll be seeing you back here very soon then.
Yeah.
So brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thank you.